I mean, it wasn't as bad as some have been. It was almost like being watching Star Trek, but that constant ship drone that you get watching the show.
I'm glad I was able to figure it out with you guys this help. Thank you.
Not a problem. That's what we're all here for.
So has everybody spent all their experience and good stuff from last time?
I spent my experience.
Yes, maybe.
I don't remember on what.
I have 0 left to go. I bought a talent and upgraded bought a rank in a skill. I bought my what was it? I bought my deception up 1. And then I picked up natural rogue.
Oh,
double check that. Yeah, I picked up improved ready for anything. So when I roll initiative, if I roll triumphs, I can turn those into successes or advantages at my discretion.
Ew, that's nasty.
And I bought I bought 2 talents. I bought 2 specializations. I got the there was a 5-point dodge that I picked up. So now I have dodge 2.
Oh, I know what I picked up. I picked up control appearance.
Ooh.
As part of my misdirect basic power, which is cool, except I kind of need my next force dice to help be able to use any of it, but basically it allows me to, the user may alter the perceived appearance of the chosen person or object instead of hiding it.
Okay, that's nifty.
So theoretically I could help to alter what Tozen looks like through illusion.
All right then.
So, but I need more force dice to have a better chance of having the options to use it. So, I'm not
Jim.
Quite there.
Hey.
As I'm, building up this Falleen to swap out to, you had originally given us some bonus cash. I'm trying to remember, was it 500 creds or 1,000?
I think it was 1,000 since you guys swapped a base instead of a ship.
Okay. Thank you very much.
To which I jokingly make you pucker by saying, "What, you think the new character gets that bonus?"
He does, doesn't he? It's a new character.
You need to kill off the old one and loot his corpse.
Oh, okay.
Kidding, I'm kidding.
I know.
Oh, and I got a shield remote, so I now have a defense.
So you can reach into your pocket and go click click to your little softball and throw it in the air to protect you.
Yeah.
Defend me, my friend.
Yeah, a little defense doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't.
But falling on defense does.
So, of course, you guys have had some time to recoup from that last mission.
Oh, gosh.
Sought the medical attention that you may have needed. You got to get the chill and regain your composure and cover as your commander here calls you in for a new mission that you guys got called Operation Veiled Dominion.
Uh-oh.
Veiled Dominion? What?
That sounds ominous.
You guys all take your usual routes to come back to the shop and go to your daily job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, don't we want to do something first?
Oh, you might want to do that. I cleared that pool like hours ago when I was at work.
There we go.
I made sure when you guys got on, because I'd be late, you'd be all ready.
Oh, God, this is 2 weeks in a row that I'm rolling really well on that there Destiny stuff.
Maybe the force is with you. It's a hint.
Right? Switch to my other character.
Yeah. Holding true. You're welcome, Jim.
David and Golder keeping things interesting.
Right?
Jeff.
Right? Oh, there we go.
There
Oh,
we go.
Oh my,
right.
that hurt. Prit wants
Even force.
Prit wants violence. That's what that is.
I woke up this morning choosing violence.
Alright. Just slightly tilted one way.
Not as bad as sometimes where it's like, wow.
That's all black.
Exactly. All right. So, sorry. Back to the story.
Oh god, that's going to be the next one. That Edge is going to have to completely change all of the Star Wars rules because we can't have light side as white and dark side as black. That's just too racist.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
God. Stop.
So, no.
What, they're going to switch it from the dark side to the night side? Like the light and the night? I don't.
It's the slightly, it's the shady side.
Shit.
So the question is, Tozen, do you have your briefing ready?
Well, considering the GM hasn't given me any information about what we're doing, no.
I totally Facebooked it to you.
You did?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
It said you looked at it.
Oh, was this? See, I thought I was looking at the wrong post, and then I looked at another post, and he's in for mission planning. Well, you sent it to me at 7 or 8 minutes to 7, so I didn't really pay attention.
That means you had at least 20 minutes to look at it before I got on.
Wow.
But I was already online talking to people.
What a commander. Wow.
All right, so our next mission is to infiltrate an Imperial research facility, conducting experiments on a new type of energy-efficient power source. Oh. We are to gather data on this technology and, if possible, sabotage the project to hinder Imperial advancements. Our key objectives are to infiltrate as visiting scientists or engineers, access secure data terminals to gather the information, including blueprints and research findings, plant subtle disruptions or tamper with key components to hinder the project's progress without alerting suspicion. It's going to be real easy for Kaminoan to sneak in as a scientist. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
well, yeah.
they're very scientific. You're being brought in as a consult.
That's true. That is true.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I have a contact that could help us fulfill this.
Nice.
Yes, he's a tech slicer, R3TH0, an astromech droid skilled in slicing and forging credentials. So he can get us the credentials, but it requires our assistance to obtain the necessary codes.
Well, I'm apparently just like a laboring grunt or something lab-like.
Furthermore,
I'm not going to put off or be able to play off a scientist.
So if we have any other contacts that we can make use of that could help us with the layout of the base, anything like that, staffing, security, that sort of stuff, we should reach out. Last but not least, we have a contact, Dr. Lysara Kellis, is a former researcher at the Institute who's now sympathetic to the rebellion. She possesses crucial information about the facility's inner workings.
Nice.
So, step 1.
As our infiltrator gets all choked up.
Yeah.
get in touch with Dr. Kellis. Well, step 1, see about getting us some credentials produced. Step 2, reach out to Dr. Kellis. Meanwhile, also talk to any contacts we may have who can tell us about the Institute and its security, staffing, and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think any of mine might be able to help, but
Let me see if I've got any.
Thankfully, Simi does have a really good one, but apparently the little guy wants to require you to do him a fave before he does you a fave.
wow. Needy droids.
Jim, did you not complete a sentence? Blending in with the scientific community without arousing suspicion, navigating through cutting-edge security systems, protecting the research data you sent.
Could be because I copy-pasted what I sent Gunter, and it was 2 messages to Gunter, so it may have cut off part of the conversation.
Got it. Yep, I got it. I got rid of it.
Yeah, because I just kind of copy-pasted in the 2 bubbles I sent him.
Well, if you want, I can try to recopy paste.
Why? I just took out that one line.
Oh, okay.
And of course, when Rebel Command gave you the information, Dr. Kellis is totally top of the line, used to work at the facility not too long ago before she got kind of burned by her associates at the research lab. Damn Imperial politics.
Right?
So interestingly enough, I have a contact who is a former Imperial scientist.
Bird Rebel.
Yeah, they're a rebel now.
Using
And
the little point turner because it
they
gets
may be
really
helpful.
sharp and crisp.
I don't know if
I
they've
will
ever
help you
worked
get
at this
there.
installation. That's up to the GM to decide, I guess.
Right, I've got a nice, very hot iron, very steamy.
All I got's a quartermaster and a doctor, so.
We'll say it's a 50-50 chance. Do you want to take high or do you want to take low?
Or out or even.
Or destiny dice, light or dark.
I'm feeling kind of high. Apparently not.
You reach out to your contact and they're like, no, that facility's got high clearance. I've got ultra high clearance. I wouldn't slum at that facility.
Exactly.
They deal in something about energy-based stuff. I don't deal in that.
Fair enough. I understand.
What about Garvin Beck, my quartermaster? He maybe have dealt with or have any
Security.
ties over there?
Do you reach out to him?
Sure, why not? Haven't given him any attention lately or love, so might as well.
Okay, so there's a chance that he could hear about that. So
yeah, or maybe do some underground ops with them or something.
It's
supplies.
Mainly the comings and goings supply part.
Right.
So high or low?
I'll go low.
Okay, so there's a 75% chance he's heard something. So, looks like he has heard something, and he basically does the whole, hey buddy, what's it worth to you to know?
Jeez. He's supposed to be providing, not wanting.
Where's that friend equity? It's not all give.
You need any labor droid parts? I'm sure I could hook you up. I think I got some spare in the back.
He'll totally take the offer for that.
All right.
So your contact totally over a little bit of little caffeination. Totally tells you that he's heard there's been some hubbub of communication going on, and something about some rare form of crystals.
Hmm.
You may have heard of them. They're called kyber crystals.
Oh shit.
Have we heard of this before? And I just don't know.
Kyber crystals
They
out of
make
character are what are used for lightsabers.
Yeah.
Wait, for what? I'm sorry.
Lightsabers.
Lightsabers. Okay.
Which I'm
Eh,
like,
alright.
coming from a Jedi background.
Never heard of them. Why do you ask?
That's
We
If you pop one in your mouth and chew on it, doesn't it make a spark?
Yeah. Pop rocks. So I will explain for those that probably a lot of people are layman to it. But yeah, that basically, yeah, these are highly prized and sought after by Jedi and Sith alike for their precious um, light swords.
And
Right.
with your commander there mentioning energy efficient power sources and kyber crystals, the ex Jedi's already got his head kind of spinning with concepts and ideas.
I mean, I wouldn't mind one. I can learn down my tree to use a lightsaber. I just haven't got there yet.
Oh shit! Didn't think of
Hey, I'll
that.
be right back. I'm going to disconnect, reconnect because I'm getting some feedback like across the board from everybody. So,
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
I'm getting
some
like
like
the occasional glitch.
glitchies. Yeah.
Though I
okay, not
am
just me then.
though I am playing on Roll20 Droid Shop background sound, which is these little twitchy noises.
I'm not hearing the
Because it's
background sound actually.
no background sound and it's a whole lot clearer now. So maybe it's Jim's fault.
I was gonna say, here, I'll turn up the volume. Can you hear that?
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Okay. That was just under my threshold with the hearing aids out. So okay.
On Roll20, it's called Alien Machine Shop by Tabletop Audio.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Quite the nice mood
And I've
setting.
got that tab muted, so I didn't even know.
I'll see how you are. How rude.
And
Jim's trying
yeah,
to provide a full experience, and you're muting them out.
so your contact definitely tells you that that facility's been getting a couple deliveries, and he thinks kyber crystals are what's being delivered there, and he's like, they're little known rare crystals that are pretty attractive, and they have some kind of energy properties, but for some reason the galaxies figured petroleum based is more efficient and all that good stuff.
Okay. Has there been any unusual individual sightings out there? You know?
Not anything I've heard from any of the delivery drivers and things, but
No.
you never know.
Okay.
There might be some high mucky mucks in the Empire coming down, and we wouldn't know it if they did their job properly.
All right. Okay. Appreciate the info. So we'll get you a load out your way. All right. Well, that helps. So next.
And just to remind you guys, your shop has made 57 credits profit.
Ooh,
Ooh.
big money. No
At least
whammies.
that's the profit margin that you guys get to spend. That's not counting what keeps the operating capital going.
That's our take home cash, payment,
Mm-hmm.
our paychecks.
It's the petty cash for lunches. So, Tozen, what is your plan?
All right. So, Simi, have you gotten in touch with your contact to see about getting us fake IDs? Also, I'm wondering if you can do some hacking and maybe get us a blueprint of the facility.
I am in contact with them, but they require a service before they can provide one to us.
Well, you know the services we have to offer. Chicken. Meow.
Little
Free
little
a month,
R3THO is a prick.
2 months of free oil baths. How's that?
I'm afraid it will be a little more convoluted than that.
Ah, prima donna.
All right, fine. 3 months.
And a tune-up,
Oh,
a servo.
I was gonna
tune-up.
say that might convince him instead of the job he was thinking. I mean,
we would gladly be able to assist with that, as opposed to the.
okay, so Simi, go ahead and give me a negotiation roll. Don't roll yet, though.
I'm surprised I didn't hear a click.
Well, first I have to see what I even have in nego. Oh God.
Can I
Yeah,
assist and throw 4 green your way?
please, because I have only 1 green in negotiation.
Yeah, because we are,
I did
as a
flip
crew,
a light
offering
side
to.
point though.
Yeah, because it was a crude offer on services. So.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he was just wanting to do like a minor bank job for him real quick. But if you're willing to provide free maintenance with
Minor bank job.
Simi there, who he knows wouldn't enslave a droid, I mean,
Well, of
Oh
course
hell
not.
no!
so
It would be nice to have some intelligent conversation as well.
Wow.
damn.
Well, you're not gonna get it here, so you gotta find it somewhere.
Right?
Wow. Damn.
So with that sweetheart offer, it's going to give you a free upgrade. So what do I need to add to your negotiation?
Well, I flipped an upgrade. You're giving me an upgrade, and
Tozen is
if you-
offering up his 4 greens.
He's adding some charm to the offers.
I don't know about charm, but
So you're saying
negotiation.
you're 4 greens total?
Yep.
So that means I need to add 3 greens, right, Kelly?
Yep.
I'm 1 green, but I did put the light side point.
Yep, I got that in there, and I got the freebie one in there for you.
Okay.
I mean, you know it's a good thing because this guy he's a swindler.
As
All
opposed
right.
to us.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Swindler droid. Damn. What's
All
the
right,
world
here
I
we
mean,
go.
any droid whose name is,
Woohoo!
THO.
I'm
So-
gonna need an oil bath too after all that strain.
So you totally sweet talk him into it, with the whole you'll personally supervise his oil bath and maintenance to make sure he's given the best TLC and not memory wiped or modified in any way, shape, or form. And eventually, the little guy, with you going back and forth with him in binary over the HoloNet, he totally agrees he'll have a messenger droid deliver the identifications for how many people and with what fake IDs?
I won't need an ID, right? If I'm just.
It doesn't hurt to have one as a fake droid.
I'm not a fake droid. I'm a real boy.
Well, do you want to go in with your real identification?
No. No, a fake ID would be fine. Yeah.
But
So,
as an Imperial, she's
one for each
just
of us.
a droid.
Okay.
Imperials, you're just a droid. You're not sentient or special.
Exactly. I'm just a droid. I'm here to serve.
And is there any particular special identities you're wanting for any of the 5 of you?
I will leave that to them. What identifications would you like?
So
I'm just
Tozen, what are you really good at for like smarts wise? Because if we say that you're part of such and such a group that you could actually do something with that might be useful?
Number 1, I'm good at computers. Number 2, I am good in medicine. Number 3, I am good in knowledge of core worlds, lore, and underworld. But I also have
Lore.
4 green in all of the other knowledges.
So lore would be kyber crystal, that kind of
Yep.
stuff,
Yeah.
right, Jim?
Yeah.
Yep. So yes, I am knowledgeable about kyber crystals. I have computer knowledge and medicine knowledge. So
Because I think it would be fun to be like, I'm their administrative assistant or something, right? I'm the person who sets up their appointments, whoever's our actual like smart person for this.
hey, I'm
We
your
also want to figure out
typical.
what our plan is. What's our plan for getting in?
I think the covers.
But are we going to go in as scientists? Are we going to go in as reporters? Are we going to go in as cleaners?
We're
Mhm.
definitely going in as scientists, or
Well, you are.
a scientist. Yes.
As professionals in the field.
I'm definitely going in as a professional. And hey, because scientists are all socially awkward, I definitely need some kind of translator.
Assistant / handler.
Yep.
So,
There you go.
so basically,
There I would be.
so basically, we're going in as Scorpion. So he's a high IQ, guy, the fixer. Your Golda are the
The
nannies,
lady that works at the
basically.
deli.
No. So there's an organization called Scorpion. There's a show,
Great
but
TV
it's based
show.
on
Yes.
it's a real thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
know it was a real
your
thing.
super IQs,
I like that show.
these teams, they have a super nanny basically, who's a high EQ, emotional intelligent person who relays with the clients and stuff like that, because those high IQ people talk down to people, not intentionally, but they talk at a high
They don't
IQ
relate
level
well. Interpersonal skills
and
are
don't have the
lacking.
skills. So they literally have high EQ people that are their liaison, basically. So yeah, I'm just his personal assistant, last labor or lab tech. I do all the lifting and getting dirty, all the grunt work. Because I'm not going to pull off smart or talky.
Okay, so Prit, what do you want your false credentials to say?
Well, similar. I figure I'm Tozen's gopher. I'm going to be like an intern that
There you go.
Put on a slap on a young face.
yeah, I'll slap on a young face, maybe a little spotty, and but I'm working for Tozen for credit.
My intern.
Yes.
Has Tozen become Professor Tozen?
Dr. Tozen works fine.
Dr. Tozen.
Although I think he's probably using a different name.
What is the pseudonym you take?
Of course.
Let's see here. Hold on. I think I even have one on my character sheet.
Look
Hell.
who plans ahead.
Pel Nolos.
I'll be a nondescript human to just draw less attention to myself.
Okay. So, is there anything special you do between now and tomorrow when the delivery droid shows up at your door?
So would love to see if we can get our hands on blueprints of the facility.
Top secret fancy pants lab. Let's see if someone can slice some details on that. And when I say somebody, we know we're talking Simi.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was talking on mute.
Simi was having a conversation with her droid friend.
Yeah.
She was really like, wait, we can milk the organics for more.
Okay, so are you ready for a
Yep.
computers?
I'm happy to assist and throw you a blue, by the way.
Okay.
Ho, 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 ho. The question is, do you want him peeping over your shoulder?
Well, I'm just getting blueprints.
She
He
says
can't ruin that, can he?
She says that now before she rolls and rolls an amazing roll. Go ahead when you're ready.
Yes, but I could be okay.
Hey, look at that.
Wow, against 4 purple and a black for a top secret thing.
Well,
This facility is so secret.
Black, so.
Yeah, there's no
This
black in
facility is so secret that they didn't even have blueprints when they built it. But apparently somebody found the blueprints.
Oh yeah.
So what would you like for that big ass triumph and those 2 advantage?
Ooh. I have
You have a
a
suggestion?
suggestion.
And what is your suggestion?
That the blueprint includes the security layout of the facility, including cameras and access terminals.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good
Let's
one.
go with that. I don't suppose I can get the codes for them too.
If you had another triumph, sure. Okay, now what would you like for your 2 advantage? I mean, the suggestion there is pretty handy.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and uncover additional information.
As I totally will have to make something up on the spot and tell you that this facility is independently ran on a unique power source that you totally realize that the energy levels are very interesting in their frequency is sort of modulated but not regulated, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of pulsating with its energy. It's an interesting power source they run this place on. It's definitely not tied into the world's grid or just ran off of, usual Star Wars power supplies.
Huh.
I mean, you'd love to get an example of this to run your facility off it, I'm just saying.
Right?
Unlimited power.
Phenomenal cosmic powers.
Living space.
And of course, you get this beautiful schematic that pops up. That's the floor plans for this facility. It's got 3 levels. There's the surface level, which seems to be very benign, very office complex looking. Then there's the second level where there's, offices and labs. And then the third level where it looks like there's practical applications where they have large warehouse-sized testing areas. Totally looks like, from a certain point of view, like shooting ranges.
So I am going to buy some pit crew coveralls, except in a lab tech coveralls.
Ooh, the lab tech
format.
equivalent.
Nice.
So basically pit coveralls, but more lab techy looking, but still provide the same armor.
The same actual description protection.
Yeah, so reduces damage from fire and weapons with a burn quality. Always good in a lab too. So
it's always good not to get your butt burned off.
Yeah. So, and then increased encumbrance. So that way, I look more the lab tech part. Blend in more. Inconspicuous.
And they're shiny and new, and that never hurts.
Well, any Imperial base, they're going to have shiny, fresh coveralls all the time, right?
Yep.
So
They have a cleaning service.
we should also plan out how we're going to sabotage the data.
Ooh, good point.
Is it going to be as simple as see me hacking in and while downloading the data, making some changes to the copy that we leave behind? Or do we bring in a whatchamacallit grenade and wipe it all?
Look
I
at
think
y'all
it's
getting addicted to
I
data
vote
purge
for
grenades.
screwing with the data. Like, make it a jumbled mess to the point where they don't know how to fix it, because the other way would give it away too quickly, and this could just fuck them over for a really long time.
Yeah, that's what I agree. I would make some subtle changes to it that it still looks like the right specs, but it's messed up enough that they won't be able to revert back. They'd basically be starting from square one. So is that something that you're comfortable with being able to do if you have access?
Or we import a sort of a virus, a worm virus that slowly eats the data over.
It slowly walks through their system and eats every once in a while.
But yeah, it slowly corrupts and cascades.
Replaces it all with porn because that's what that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, replaces it with Wookiee porn.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, that sounds all good to me. I mean,
they're less likely to be able to recreate.
In character, I have no clue what you're talking about, but out of the character, yes.
So, Simi, would you be able to pre-prep the virus so that when we get in there, all you have to do is deploy the package rather than having to write something on the spot?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that way, as we leave, it's not really functional or done anything until well after we have left, before it really starts creating a problem.
Right. If you can give me a copy of it as well on a data stick, that way we have backup.
Yeah, multiples. And I have hidden compartments.
Excellent.
That I can keep them in just for,
For transport.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I have a, hidden storage, cybernetic cavity, and so I'm going to use one of the light side points for this computer roll to craft so that it's, less likely to go wrong. So are you ready, Jim?
Okay, so how fancy of a program are you looking to make?
It's going to be pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Because not only do I want it to slowly do it over time, I also want it to not leave a track.
Excellent.
Yes.
So I'm happy to throw you a blue.
Happy to take it.
Okay, I've got it in there, and you did an upgrade. You flipped a point, didn't you?
I flipped the point.
Okay, I got that in there for you too.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
And yes, that advantage will totally go for the discovering extra information just because. Hell, it might even find a file on what they know about kyber crystals and where they come from. As
what
you know,
is this background we're looking at? Is this
this is the map that she uncovered.
Oh, fancy. Okay, thank you.
This is the what machine cover?
This is the map.
The map.
You'll probably have to zoom way out to realize the whole size of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty dang huge.
Yep. And I'm assuming this is the main entrance.
Yep. That is exactly right.
So, give us a rundown. What are we looking at here?
You've got the entrance. You've got the secretarial area and turbo lifts. There happens to be a landing pad, so a shuttle, like a Lambda class shuttle, could land in the facility and the roof would close around it. You've got the cafeteria area, because you've got to keep your army well fed. There happens to be security bunks and employee bunks if need be. And you're pretty sure that the specific lab you're looking for is about to be added to the map shortly.
I do like it when the place we're looking for gets added to the map.
Is going to be down one level, so you could easily take the lifts to it,
Turbo lift.
especially if you're being all fancy dancy. And it's not far of a walk at all to the fancy dancy lab that you're looking for, where they're experimenting with the crystals and to see what different crystals do different things. And you're pretty sure, with a certain bit of Jedi background there, that if somebody were to adjust the frequency numbers by moving the decimal point in the wrong direction, it would be very catastrophic with the energy being pumped into a kyber crystal if someone had the decimal point moved over one position.
That's
So I'm guessing that's that room right there.
That would be that room right there.
Turbo lift comes in over here.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, if all things play well, you could just walk right in the door, bully your way in as the resident expert, go give some sound bites, impress the scientists that are also working in the field of energy conservation and creation, and totally let Simi get a chance to play in a computer when no one's looking, and then you could just walk right out the front door. Or you could totally stop and steal a ship.
Keep pushing for that steal a ship thing.
Hey, it's Star Wars. That should always be an option. There must always be an option to steal a ride.
Right? Acquire.
And these are looking like some pretty serious security droids.
Basically, it's a security, station.
Okay.
There may, in fact, be a KX droid there, but the blueprint wouldn't tell you that.
Is there some kind of Roman background or something going on here, or?
Yeah,
almost
there's a.
In the center, it looks like a Centurion helmet almost.
Yep.
A little bit.
But hey,
This is Sparta.
It's the research facility's motto.
Right. Alrighty.
We hit a button and a circle opens and we can kick people into a pit.
Right, let's do this.
So what is our cover for going in there, other than being a scientist with his crew?
You were an expert.
You were here to inspect the data thus far collected on the project.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the man with the plan is asking everybody what the plan is.
Right?
What do my credentials give me the authorization to get in there?
The fake credentials will, yes.
Okay, beautiful. All right.
It's still going to require maybe some bluffing, but the credentials are legit.
I mean, obviously, if you're doing this or they're using this, I'm assuming some. So we're at what period are we in? Sith are all over, right?
No. This is a few years after the Galactic Senate has been dissolved. Just about
that's right.
15 years before BBY.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like Solo's era.
Okay.
As he's wanting me to put a bunch of Sith in this place.
Well, no, I was looking at, you know, I mean, at this point, you would have to, for knowledge on it and checking on it from like a Sith viewpoint, would be like you would have to be then with, you know, the Emperor. I mean, that would you could try that avenue, but that's pretty ballsy. You know, that you're an emissary from the Emperor to checking on the research and stuff on the kyber crystals and stuff. But you know, I don't know how ballsy you want to go.
Yeah, not that ballsy because
That's pretty ballsy.
I mean, just
when
throwing
they
a Sith Lord's name out might be really easy, but yeah, when it's just the Emperor, basically, a little harder.
Vader.
I mean, that kind of name
Right.
dropping is pretty potent. You know, I
It
ain't gonna
is.
lie.
I mean, the odds of questioning those credentials would be probably low, but
But then the
got to be
blowback
ready to.
after the job is over, we may as well pick a new planet to go to because the me knowing that was dropping Emperor Palpatine's name, you know, it shouldn't be too hard to track down.
I don't got to go nowhere.
We're
This
fine.
human, this human won't be anywhere on this planet ever again.
Melnock's like, this face will not be here after this mission.
Yeah. By the
That will
way,
be.
I've got for this particular mission, I'm shape shifting into a weak way,
Okay.
Weak way. Nice.
and that way, and this weak way will not be here ever again.
So the rest of you, well, that's on you. But
Y'all are terrible.
the two of us, we're fine. I don't have to leave my planet.
And of course, your credentials when you receive them will have whatever cover faces you're wearing to go into this mission.
Right. But you could say you're from like some like high level lab associated with that do somehow. But so that's up to you to talk the story, man. I can only give suggestions.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
what
what
do you
is
want
the
the story to look like?
plan?
So
Because you're the henchman of the story or the crew.
yeah, but
No pressure.
but all of my bullshit skills suck.
Bullshitting,
But
'cause
that's where you have your assistant, your personal.
That's where I come in.
Right.
True. So
Yeah.
as
You
long
talk
as
to science. She
as long
talks
as
to
Lachelle
bluff
is
and plunder.
confident in selling that I'm a visiting scientist from X facility, I'm okay with that. All right, let's go.
You
And
make it happen.
I'll back Lachelle up because my deception's pretty good. So
You play the stoic kind of highfalutin,
The artist.
smart scientist. Yeah.
Why is it
Talking
taking so long to get us in there? Don't you know every moment's delay is causing blah 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 blah?
He's going to be very upset. She does the talking and bluster for you.
Right.
You just play the stoic, super intelligent, judging.
Every once in a while, you
scientist.
just look at me and glare.
You're
Right.
telling that to Tozen, and he's just kind of looking at you with this blank stare, blinking at you like, well, yeah.
So
With
exactly.
those big
That's the
gray
face I want.
eyes.
That one right there. Good job.
Don't change anything. Just do that.
Do that face right there, babe. It's great.
We got this. And then you snap your fingers and I go grab whatever and do whatever manual labor you insist upon.
Yep.
Okay,
We
so
got this.
And I
So-
will record all your findings.
Right.
so what is your transportation plan to get there? You guys gonna take a Johnny cab, or you're gonna pull up one of your vehicles?
Totally a
No,
Johnny cab.
we'll get a high level like rental.
Ooh, you rent a limo.
I mean, you can't show up and just maybe not a limo, but an executive car of some kind, because it wouldn't
Okay.
look good showing up in a Johnny cab and you're
True.
this big highfalutin scientist.
That is true.
Right? Fancy people don't ride cabs like that.
No.
Okay, so we flash forward to the beginning of the. You hear the dun 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 dun.
Wrong franchise.
And your vehicle pulls up at the secure facility. You guys wave your ID to the guards outside. They do a quick scan, and your ID is valid, so it comes back with a green light, and they let you in. And they just remind you to make sure you have your identification handy to present at the security check-in station and the reception station. They wave you up. The guy hits the button so your doors all open up for you, all nice and fancy with the beautiful upholstery. It smells gorgeous in the car. Driver asks if he should wait or if he should come back at a predestined time. And everyone goes silent.
Yeah, how long do you think we're going to need, guys? 10 minutes? 20 minutes? Half hour? Are we going to tour the base before we do anything crazy?
I would think at least a half an hour.
Okay, half hour it is.
So you want him to come back in a half hour?
Yep.
Okay, just in case, he may have to wait outside the gates if security won't let him in without you on the vehicle. You cool with that?
Yeah, why would they let them in? They don't have security clearance.
Are they going to be comfortable with him just sitting there for half an hour?
Sure. It's a parking lot. There's lots of vehicles there.
Yeah, okay. In that case, let's just have him wait.
Okay, you tell him to wait, and he basically gives you an okay and pulls up the window, and you can totally tell he's getting on his data pad.
All right.
He's a driver. He knows how to kill time.
True story.
So you guys come up to the facility, you wave your ID at the little security camera eyeball, and it gives you the whole job, wah, 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 and opens the door. When you get to here, you're asked to stop by 2 KX security droids. They're the very big, scary ones, that are basically the Terminators. Now that we've found out during the Fall of Mandalore, they wiped out the Mandalorians. And one of the droids asks for you to each present your ID and totally does a full up and down eyeball scan on each of you guys. Is there anything on you that I should be concerned about possibly detecting?
Well, I left my death sticks at home.
Do you have any weapons on you out in the open?
Nothing out in the open, no.
Nothing out in the open, no.
Do you have any weapons concealed?
Well, I mean, if you consider a stun master
yeah, I have a weapon.
Okay. Whichever one of you wants to go first, what is your either skullduggery or your deception?
I can go first. I've got 2 yellow and 2 green on skullduggery.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Go ahead and do you have anything that would add dice to not spotting your equipment? Like a fancy holster or anything like that?
I don't think anything other than I've got natural rogue so that if I really fuck it up, I could re-roll it.
Okay. Go ahead and make your deception or skullduggery roll.
All right. Here comes
See how well you hit it on you. And what is the item, by the way?
It's my holdout pistol.
Okay. Oh, dude, a holdout pistol adds a black dice to seeing it, so that should have...
Well, it depends on the holdout pistol, because my TT-24 does not.
Oh, that's right. Only that conceal one does. So it scans you and basically gestures politely for you to step to the side so they can scan the next person. Who would like to go next?
I'll go ahead and go, which I do have a setback dice that's added to that.
Okay, I'll give you the equivalent of a blue dice, since you're rolling and they're not rolling. Because I'm lazy and I'd rather do it that way.
Yeah, that's fine. And And let's see. Boom. They're both the same, but I'll go skullduggery. No
As
problem.
its optical sensors scan you over and has no idea you've got a holdout pistol.
Nice.
Well, actually, it's the. Both of them are in a holster. I got the holdout and the stun master, both at a black, because I got the holster for the pistol. So
And
I don't think it stacks, though, right?
yeah, it doesn't stack, but
Yeah,
it does not notice either one of your weapons on their little concealed holsters.
I did leave the stun grenades home, though. So
What's this bandolier of grenades I'm wearing?
well, no, I got coveralls, so they're they can be easily stuck in a
They're
pocket.
underneath the.
That's why I got bulky coveralls.
So it covers all the weapons. Anybody else sneaking anything in?
I am. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I have a blaster pistol.
Okay. Does it have any cool features, like adding a black dice to being detected?
No. Why? I don't see anything extra here.
Okay. So go ahead and roll either your skullduggery or your deception, and there is still a light side in the destiny pool if anyone wants it.
True.
Sure, just try to get us to use our last point.
Right? No, I'm not gonna do that. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, Melnock did set the bar pretty high with 3 green and still pulling it out.
Right? So I have a note here. It says +1 advantage and then -2 black.
For this, you would ignore that because it's droids, not organics.
Got it. Okay.
Your sexy pheromones don't do much for droids.
It's not my pheromones. It is. Well, I think my pheromones are in there also.
It's your
I have convincing
telepathy.
demeanor. The character removes 1 black die per rank of convincing demeanor from her deception and skullduggery checks.
Okay, yeah, there's no black dice against you.
Okay. Let me get back over to my skills. It's weird with the way everything is in different places here. All right.
As Lachelle flirts with the droid a little bit just to help.
I don't know, but nope.
And
Why would it work?
Immediately as it scans you, it goes and it surveys a certain spot of your body twice, and you hear this just and it sticks its hand out very politely and says, "Please surrender all weapons." As everyone has a momentary butt pucker moment, as it is politely asking you for your, which you can obviously assume is the holdout pistol that you got on you.
Yeah. I don't have a holdout pistol.
What's the weapon you have on you?
It's an actual blaster.
The blaster?
He is politely asking you to relinquish the blaster to him.
I am a part of the professor's security group. I keep my weapon. It's in my paperwork that I am allowed to carry that paperwork. Or carry that. I can carry paperwork, y'all. It's in my paperwork that I'm allowed to carry the weapon. Please review my documentation.
Was not, by the way, in your documentation.
Well, I'm insisting that it is, right? Just to see what he says, right? Like, see if this works.
He politely acknowledges you and scans your documentation before and says, "Additional firearms will not be needed in this facility."
Okay. And so I pass him my weapon and say, I would like it on the record that you are accepting full responsibility for the security of my client. If anything goes wrong, please understand that this business will no longer exist unless it's under my control. And I pass him my gun.
And it kind of just gives you a mechanical acknowledgement. Puts your blaster rifle into a little alcove that rotates, and he hands you a little receipt. And gestures for you to stand with the others who've already passed inspection. And I think that leaves us to just see me.
Now, because I have a Blastech CS14 Ghost light blaster pistol, which a scanner requires a daunting computer's check to see it.
Wow. Aren't you special?
So you're saying you'd rather roll 3 green instead of your skullduggery or your deception?
No, it's just that they require it's harder for them to find it. So how you want to do it? My skullduggery is
I will downgrade their skill their skill at it. And I will give you an upgrade on whichever you decide to roll.
Well, my deception and my skullduggery are the same.
Which are pretty damn potent.
So I'll go with deception. Well, not pretty damn potent. It's 1 rank and 2 green.
That's pretty damn potent.
Better than my 3 green.
But,
and there is
Better
still
than
a
my 2
destiny
green.
point.
and mine are also now, because I'm hiding it in my hidden compartment. Does that give any additional blacks or anything?
That's giving you a blue.
Because you're
All right,
rolling.
ready?
Yep.
Huh?
Because you're rolling instead of me rolling.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But you're able to claim that you have credentials to carry it and pull it off with this try.
I
Yep.
mean, look at the suggestion for the triumph.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a gun. I'm supposed to.
But, it's not equipped. It's just there.
Right.
It is
So
part of me.
you tell that its face and its ocular perceptors are glowing on your hidden compartment as it acknowledges that you have a firearm on you. But what would you like to do with the triumph or the advantage?
He's misread what he scanned, and it's actually a Kyber cutter, laser cutter.
Well,
So
you know for a fact he knows you have a weapon. But like I said, look at that triumph suggestion. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have this gun. You can trust me.
I'm a good droid.
Did you,
Droid
in
to
fact,
droid,
have it
bro.
on your identification that you're carrying a holdout blaster?
Yes.
Okay, so he acknowledges
He gives
it.
it a fist bump.
My credentials do include a concealed firearm.
And he looks at the other droid. Droid looks at you. Droid looks at him, and they basically acknowledge your authorization to be carrying the weapon. Hey, they can respect any droid that's carrying a weapon.
All right. She gives it gives him a fist bump, like, "Hey, bro."
Yeah, and I have the fake binding.
The fake restraining bolt.
Restraining bolt.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm not about to go rogue.
And you totally see the rest of their hint for the triumph there, don't you?
Yeah, that deceit checks against the target do not require an opposed check. Thank you.
So you totally do the bro droid talk, and they're just like, bro.
Yeah. Like,
so what would
Peace
you like
out,
for
man.
your little advantage?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take back my strength.
Okay. So you guys have successfully-ish, as sadly Lachelle is totally missing the weight of that blaster.
No, it just means if anything goes wrong, you guys have to take all of the heat for it. So, hope we do well.
Wow.
So you guys totally get past the scary checkpoint with the KX droids, and you guys make it up to the reception area here. 3 little techs totally busy doing the reception. You look, all 6 look at you in unison as you guys come walking in through this door. What do? Is you step forward, and all 6 of them they've got those tech goggles on that look almost like goggles, but they have little LED displays popping up stuff. And they're all 6 looking at you in unison like, who are you and why are we being interrupted?
I pass mine and Tozen's documents forward and tell them that we are here, and I started on our cover story. We
Okay.
are the professor was called here to do blah 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 fucking magic
Sciencey
stuff with some techie things and a little bit of techno babble.
Expect progress, yeah.
As
Be knowledgeable on those Krebo crystals or whatever the hell they're called.
something about rock candy and electricity, Okay, so
Man, some pop rocks, man. I want some.
They take your cover identities. I'm totally giving you a blue for the cover identity. So give me your deception check. As they immediately look at each other and glance at each other, and they kind of like half talk, half leet speak each other. As they totally ask you to take just for a moment a step aside over here, while they pass along the message. Are there any needs that you have while on base? Are you needing escort? We have droid escort, or we can wait for someone to come from one of the offices to escort you.
No, we brought our droid. And I motion for the rest of our group to move over with us.
Immediately, the gentleman pulls out a data spike and says, here is the floor plans of the facility, and your droid should be able to access this with no problem.
All right. I passed it over to Simi.
And which one of the labs are you here to see?
Why?
Which was the one that we said we were going to be in?
Downstairs, whatever name we had for the Kyber Crystal Lab.
That's where we're going.
Lab 46721.
Sure.
And for
46-7-Q1.
those 5 advantages you have, what would you like to use them for? I mean, 3 of them would totally let you in without an escort. Totally. Screw protocol.
Yeah, let's do that. Does anybody have any suggestions for the other 2?
Yeah, they don't have clearance to know what they're doing, so.
Hey, that's a thing.
What the mission is. So the fact that they even know what lab we're going to, they better, is.
Are you going to pop off with the, this is a special inspection type of thing? It's a surprise inspection.
I always hate, because in movies, those go both ways. Sometimes you say it's a surprise inspection, so they call and they double check the surprise inspection. And sometimes when you say it's a surprise inspection, everybody clams up and they don't do anything. So,
well, in this case, you have advantage, so you know the answer, right. What kind it is.
You have success and you have the advantage to spend. You know what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I say no. Please do not send anybody, and please do not alert security that we are coming down to their lab. We are here as part of an inspection was ordered by the Junior Council to ensure that the lab is following their processes. We've heard some reports about a few of the scientists, and we're here to ascertain their actions.
And they basically get very hush-hush with you, like yes, ma'am. As he basically, I'm assuming see me access that data spike you were given?
Mm-hmm.
Immediately it pops
Not that
up.
I already didn't have the information.
Well, yeah, but from all intents and purposes you don't, so that's why they're providing it. And immediately you get access to a basic schematic And once they basically know where you're wanting to go, the schematic has a little yellow line that shows you exactly how to get to your route with the fastest route. Or if you would like to take a route that lets you use the facilities, public domain areas. If you want to
And it
stop for food
doesn't hurt
first.
to cross-reference what we got and then
Yeah.
what's new or what
See if
they
there's
have.
anything
So
new.
And I'm
something
sure we
maybe
already
missed
plotted out our
Mm-hmm.
our path.
desired path.
So, Simi, do me a favor and give me either a perception or computers. Either or.
Computers.
Both. In that case, I'll totally do one of those. It's the only way to make it even slightly more interesting.
You're so generous.
So, Simi, since we since we were able to ascertain with that lovely triumph for you rolled earlier, the location of data access ports and cameras, can you identify where a data access port is away from the lab that we're going to that is also out of camera view that you can access?
I'm sure we would have done that preemptively.
I think so too.
Yes, there's
And
totally one
included
that
it
she
in
can.
our desired path.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yep, exactly.
So, Simi, go ahead and give me your computer's roll. Okay, so immediately when you plug in this data spike and you see the map that they're giving you and you totally in your brain do the overlay of the map you've already got with the map they give, you realize like half the facilities are not on that map. They are purposely
It's a rudimentary
excluded. Uh-huh. But it kind of, because of the pathway that you need to go, added in a couple things that were originally not in the data spikes information. So with no rough tumble, nothing, you guys can. The data pad will give you access. They explain to the lifts. You can use that as your access key. Do you guys head to the turbo lift? Because basically you have permission to go down.
Yep. Act like we know what we're doing and we belong here.
You
Yep.
guys get into the lift. You plug in your data port into the elevator's lift. There's no buttons, just ports. Immediately it pops you down to the level you're going to, and Simi and Tozen have a computer access port that's one of the main T9 lines, so to speak. As you know, you guys are heading there that just happens to not have a camera pointing at it. Are you going to have Simi introduce the worm or do something further?
So, what further things could Simi do? I mean, we can't. Can we access the data from this terminal?
I mean, you could try.
Yeah, Simi,
But is it logical that we would try?
let me assist you there, Simi, and see if we can get the data from this terminal, because we'll back it up and then introduce the virus before going on our tour.
Okay, so you're going for the more complicated than an average roll is what I'm hearing. Oh, and was that someone jumping the gun to beat me here?
Yep.
I
It wasn't
like
even
it.
me that time. But I'm also assisting to throw a blue her way.
Okay, so I've got an upgrade and a blue. As Simi is going to hack into the terminal that pretty much instantly, Tozen and Simi both realize that there's very, very active, very effective computer operators in the network 24/7 here. And the music even got ominous.
I know.
Right.
Okay, so are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay, here we go. And you got my upgrade?
I've
You got
got
my
your
blue?
upgrade and I've got the blue. Oh, wait, there's two. Should be two blue. One for your slicing
Yeah.
kit, one for your compatriot there. Ooh,
Are you
music
ready?
got super
and of course,
ominous.
mine is 2 black.
Yep. Which should automatically come out, so we should see no black dice on your roll.
Yeah, baby.
Excellent.
Okay, so immediately the two of you working in conjunction slice into the network. You have access to the network. So now, what would you like to do? Is the network menu comes up, you can immediately download the virus that's already on your slicer kit.
Step 1. Back up as much data as we can pertaining to the project.
Ooh. Now, are we talking just the project?
Much
That is the primary goal. If there's
primary.
anything else we can get, then sure. If we see anything else that looks interesting, but the project data is the first thing we're going for.
Mm-hmm. So that's
This is a fire cell. If we can get something, we're gonna grab it.
That's
Right.
mainly what this facility is working on, is that project. And thankfully, with your extra successes, you're doing it very quickly. You're literally pushing that little CPU to spin faster and download everything. So you are getting copies of you're getting terabytes of energy research in regards to kyber crystals and different applications. It's all about the applications and the technologies.
Oh, right.
And then after we have that, then it's time to load a virus.
Okay.
Low acting.
And for the advantage, are you wanting the additional information?
Yes.
In the
More
facility,
insights.
That or less, or even more hidden from anyone who could be watching.
ooh, that's a good use too.
You know, just an extra level. It would give them an additional black for
An extra
noticing.
level of incognito setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're being extra sneaky when you're putting this
wait a
worm
minute,
in.
wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, she's looking at something.
Well, no, I'm like, what if we were to, of course, we preemptively did this. I did a really good roll, to so that it covers its tracks and it can't be found, that type of thing. And what if we did leave a hint to
get somebody else in trouble?
So that it doesn't get back to the rebellion so much, or to us, that it was,
Ugnaughts.
I could.
Well, so you're saying you want to leave false trail, so it's so who
Telly
that type
internal.
So what kind of false trail are you leaving?
False trail that leads to the huts.
The huts. Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, so the huts are trying to steal the information in case anyone does find it. I like it. If you're gonna salt the earth, so to speak, with false information.
But exactly, it's like, just because, although technically the chances of them even finding it are next to nil. But as you said, there were lots of heavy, computer uses, and this is a research facility, just in case.
Got to be a good tech out there somewhere.
Exactly that. Just in case, leave a false trail.
The old classic hut slicing.
Super hidden, because it would have to take somebody extremely good to beat the coding. So, but just like this barest hint.
Okay, so you leave a little hut slime in your program. Okay, and yes, the worm is in the system, slowly doing its thing, and I'm assuming you're going with the moving the decimal point over in the math.
That type of
moving decimal points all over the place.
It's going to just completely, annihilate the system.
More and more
and the data will be
decimal places.
I feel sorry for the first tech that tries to use the decimal point where it is. Why did you put 10,000 gigawatts through the device? It only takes 200 watts.
Right?
Maybe they shouldn't be working for bad guys.
1.21 gigawatts.
They weren't working for bad guys. This wouldn't be a problem.
Well, I mean, they're not technically bad guys. They're just a research think tank.
Yeah.
That are working for bad guys.
Just people trying to bring order to the galaxy.
Bad guys. You are no longer of that affiliation. You're allowed to admit they're bad guys.
So you guys come up to the allotted spot on the map, where the door opens up. As soon as you put the data stick in there, you hear some hustling and some bustling, some talking. Obviously some nerd rage going on inside there, and some heavy machinery thrumming. And as you guys come stepping through, you can see through these clear doors here. There's some very researchy tech types sitting here at this conference table, pretty much yelling at each other as the research group does. Obviously they seem to have some frustration and roughness going on as they're yelling and screaming about, "We need results now!" And you see on the monitor back there that there's, a crystal that's having energy pumped through it, and then a magnetic shield is making the energy get, fancier and fancier. And through the glass doors, you notice over here on this table, there seems to be a chunky piece of equipment that, Lachelle, since you're the first one through the door, I'm assuming, give me a lore roll.
Right.
To see if you
where?
recognize what this is.
Can I assist her on that and throw
No,
her my pool?
because she's just peeking through the door right now. You haven't even seen it yourself. She's the first one. As she doesn't seem to notice anything funky about it. And then you guys step forward, and one of you will immediately recognize on this little table here is basically a disassembled, destroyed lightsaber. And one of you may recognize it because you may have first-hand experience with what a lightsaber is.
Right?
Not some obscure laser sword reference. As you can see, they have a very old lightsaber that's obviously been damaged at some point, but it's been disassembled from a scientific point of view, where they use that copper wiring to disassemble it and hold pieces in place, showing that there is in fact a actual crystal, or a really good replica, you're not sure which, inside the guts of this cut open, bisected lightsaber that obviously is not operational. And just as you get there, and the group, as I move the wrong thing. Here we go. As the group steps forward, and the voices in the room stop, and they're all looking at all of you guys through the glass. And immediately the gentleman sitting in this seat pushes a button, and the monitor on the wall turns off to blank, screensaver style. And he immediately stands up and pushes up the little fancy Star Wars glasses that he wears. Because we've been shown in Mandalorian they wear glasses still. And he immediately starts stomping towards the door here with you guys. And he definitely has the air of authority here. And just as he's about to hit the button on the door to open the doors, because the doors are really good at being soundproof, by the way.
I'm sure.
Weird.
And just as he's about to hit the button, that's a good place to wrap it up there.
I knew it.
Because it's 9 o'clock on the dot.
There's just that delay in speaking that it's like, yeah, here it's coming, the cliffhanger.
Right.
So you guys will be getting your deception on.
XP?
10 XP because you made it into the facility.
Alright.
Okay.
Twice.
As I'm wondering if someone's going to want to steal that lightsaber just for the kyber crystal if it's real.
Well, yeah, parts and everything, man. Because, yeah, one of my lines I can, like I said, I can, start building.
I mean,
Aha.
I'm keen
if
to because my duty is acquiring shit, so
Mhm.
I don't even care if it benefits anybody here.
Okay, so of course, that's the count towards countermeasures, right?
Now that you,
Everybody's all
I
looking at
haven't
their
been-
duties.
yep.
Yeah, guys, we haven't finished the story arc yet. We don't get to the duty and stuff until the end of this.
Well,
It's
but they're
not per
plotting
session.
towards that.
Looking around for how to make sure that my duty gets counted at the end.
You don't get the duty until the shit hits the fan.
Well, because I was just reading
Shut up,
countermeasures.
Jim.
One of them
Jim-
is for slicing into Imperial data
Jim,
vault.
Jim
So
has the list. At the end of the adventure, he'll go through and go, okay, you guys did that. So whoever has this gets 5. Whoever has this gets 5. Whoever has this gets 5.
Mhm.
Except for I'm referring to earlier missions where I didn't get any countermeasures.
So far, we've only finished one mission, and Jim awarded duty for that.
Not for countermeasures.
You got it for something else.
Yeah.
Magnitude for droid retasking.
Uh-huh.
So, but yes, lightsaber would be nice because I do have Secrets of the Jedi that I can acquire, which is lightsaber becomes a career skill, may also decrease the difficulty of checks made to construct and repair lightsaber hilts a number of times equal to half his ranks in knowledge lore, which, yeah, that's not going to help. So, but.
And if you get a closer
I need
look
to
at that
go, guys.
lightsaber.
Good night.
Okay, have a good
night.
night.
Nice.
So next time, remember the lightsaber's there and give me a lightsaber roll, and I can tell you if it's a working model or if it's just a cheap knockoff replica.
Okay.
So just remember to roll lightsaber, or if you could touch it, mechanics, but lightsaber sounds more romantically correct.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
lightsaber. Okay.
Have
Cool.
a great Thanksgiving, you guys. Make sure you...
Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
Hopefully no stress and more fun this week.
Yes.
Won't be none for me. No
Well,
stress.
No stress is a good way of doing it.
No cooking, nothing like that. So.
Nope, here neither.
But it's
I'm
time
going-
off, and that's nice.
I'm going places, so.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Good night,
All right,
everybody.
gang.
All right,
Night all.
later,
all.
guys.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.